It's sunset on the 21st of December 2012, and it's solstice. In about 2 hours it's going to be the exact solstice and the lineup of the galactic central sun, and this is the moment that's been predicted for millennium by the Mayans, by Terence McKenna, by a lot of prophets, that some major things are going to happen, maybe not necessarily on this date, but at this particular time in our human evolution.
Overpopulation, pollution, war, starvation must end. And something is being born on the 20th of December. As we head into the 21st December, the ending of the Mayan calendar, and then the 22nd has been heralded for the first time as the birth of a new era of human evolution. Because when something died, something new is being born.
We all know this is a momentous time in and out of time, because it's the end of a precessional cycle of 26,000 years, and that means that the sun, which has been hurtling along like a giant comet with us revolving around it, moving forward, is just turned and is opening to a whole new it's coming closer to Alcyone, and so therefore it's going to go into a much lighter, coming out of the density of identification with matter, into a more lighter, more sense of where people will start to have a remembrance of the essence of who we truly are. It's wonderful to witness that point and to celebrate it, because it's a collective shift. And by coming together here and just eating, breathing, living, playing, praying together, sitting on the earth, is the greatest affirmation to celebrate and to assist this shift.
And there's been other people doing it, in fact doing it right now as we speak.
Yeah, like Australia was the first to kick it off because we're the ones that are ahead of time, but now that we're in the dawn of the 22nd here in Australia, they're just starting to kick off in Ibiza, in Holland, in UK, in Portugal, in Spain, Czechoslovakia, in Russia.
All over the world.
Yeah, these are just the ones I know of.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that people are gathering all over the world in that way. And what we're kind of doing is creating an energetic lattice work of light on the astral plane by fully celebrating, singing the songs, bringing the spirit, being willing anchors to these higher dimensional frequencies and to anchor them here on earth. And this is the most powerful way we can not only affirm the change, but be the change.
We call upon the divine light of love, truth, and harmony to shine in the places that need healing, and to guide our way. We ask these blessings with great reverence from the motherly earth, from the sky, the moon, the stars, the sun, our Father. Dear friends, let us fill this room brimful of love and awareness, joining us as one in this amazing event. May we always remember that we are pure consciousness, the essence of life and the source of all things. May we find the courage to let go of fear and the pain of past conditioning. Let us walk upon the earth gently as true spiritual warriors, interdimensional midwives giving birth to our true self. Letting go of separation, evolving beyond limitation into divine self-expression, thereby assisting in the co-creation of a dawning, light-filled world.
By consciously opening these portals, and I see these circles are like little acupuncture points into Gaia, and you know how the points are always checking, connected to other meridians. By activating that particular point in Gaia, like here, in this place, here now, through the body and the bioelectric body of Gaia, that's being felt in so many other places. We're tweaking and activating, but then all the other circles and all, who are holding that same intent of unity consciousness, all contribute to the same thing. So it becomes like a grid that gets activated and lit up from the astral plane. You see it as a grid, as a grid of light.
So you dream it, you be it, and then it happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty simple, isn't it? It sounds almost too simple, but that's all it is. You just be it.
This love, wash over you, let this love, watch over you, let our love, wash over, wash over you. This sacred flower of life beyond the cycles and time springs forth unto the shrine of the highest divine. Follow it deeper, we see where it will lead, germinated in another seed. The sacred flower of life beyond the sun. There's nothing particularly destined, any of the prophecies and things to come are all not preordained to a certain degree, and then there's a movement within that. There's a joining, a confluence of energy that can affect any outcome. So I think a day like today is just another wonderful opportunity to come more fully alive, to really live in our highest and really engage with the learning and the healing of all that's sort of taken place, and try and really embody a new way of being in this time. Who knows what's to come? I think it's we're just doing the best we can right now, and as much as we can apply the good ways of being in this world and the good ways of relating to each other and to the planet, and just I guess one of our biggest prayers is just that that it's spreading, and just keep holding strong in that faith that the flame's going to be burning through these times.
Does this process that we've been in, and many others around the world, is that going to stop the wars in Syria? Is that going to stop the armaments build up? Is this the best thing that we can be doing to make permanent change?
Well, coming from someone who's spent a lot of time tinkering with the nuts and bolts of society in order to try and change it, when I was at university I had about 9 political convictions for all of that period, and I think that was a very worthwhile stage, because certain things did happen, incremental changes, like the Vietnam War got stopped, apartheid was abolished, but fundamentally more of the same. It's like, unless you change consciousness, you'll tend to recreate what was there before. A revolution always
Putting out
becomes in the end the
spotfires.
status quo. So the real way to work is through consciousness, and so the most powerful way to affect change is exactly as you've described. Is for people coming together and just being really simple, really living together, sharing, loving, being real, being transparent, being open, willing to be seen, willing to show up and take responsibility for your own reality moment by moment, and then to share that with others. That is what I call a virus, a love virus, and it's contagious. And in that contagion, it's greater than the sum of its parts, and it's a geometric spiral so that it's not just sequential, it creates. The more it's shared, the more it creates. It's like nature is naturally abundant. Technology can open the doors as much as it closed them. The same technology that has destroyed this planet can heal this planet. It's not the technology that's at fault, it's the consciousness that's wielding it. And so when consciousness moves and people accept and are able to take responsibility for the fact that we are creators and we create our reality, then we have the possibility to fundamentally shift the reality which we experience. Not just tinkering with the nuts and bolts of our educational media, which just the ones you mentioned before. These are very useful within the paradigm that you're existing, but to shift the whole paradigm, because radical transformation of consciousness is the joker in the deck. That's the one that the status quo or the powers that be can't manipulate or control, because they don't have any control over that. It's the wild card in the deck, that's consciousness. And so that when we awaken consciousness, we're empowering our fundamental ability to create and to affirm that we create our reality, which means that we no need to buy into the prison of beliefs that keep us as slaves, as robots. So yes, absolutely, radical transformation of consciousness is the only way out of the end game that we're experiencing, because there's currently no political, no sociological, no religious, no ethical solutions to the dilemma that we find ourselves in. It's end game. So every time we try to fix it, it creates a dozen more problems in its way. The only way to radically, what we're being tunneled towards, is this quantum leap into something else beyond the paradigm. So it's not about fixing the paradigm, it's about transcending the paradigm into a new consciousness. And from that new consciousness, the fundamental shift in our experience of reality will happen. Love,
light, and wisdom now restores the balance.
and so it is.
So it is.
May the light of Spirit shine upon us and upon all beings, in all planes, and in all dimensions, now and forevermore, for the ultimate good of all. Om Shanti.
Now is the dawn of our awakening. Spirit is in everything. It's in the earth and the moon. It's everywhere. It's in the sun and the stars, and the love we share. Peace on earth. Peace on earth. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti.